10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi everyone, my name is Otta and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Fly a Rocket launch campaign in Norway. If you don't know what Fly a Rocket program is, I would recommend watching my previous video, which is linked somewhere. It's definitely in the comment. And now for those who know what it is, I'm gonna tell you how it went, because we finally got to go there. We got to launch the rocket despite pandemic and all the troubles. We made it there and it flew. Let's watch the video of the launch first before we get into it.
Yeah, Domain, you have clouds.
Okay, now to the specifics. So the rocket went to about 9 kilometers and it had several sensors on board. It had temperature, humidity, pressure, optical sensor, GPS, and of course it had antennas. Prior to the launch, we also had to release a weather balloon to find out what the atmospheric conditions were in different layers through which we had to go with our rocket. Weather balloon as well as the rocket had antennas and none of it was recovered. So if we didn't get any data, we didn't know what was happening. And that's actually what happened with the first weather balloon, from which we didn't get any data. The second weather balloon, we did get the data, so we could use it for our launch. Around the work for preparing all of this, we also had lectures about aurora physics, because up there where we were at Andøya Space Center, which is about the polar circle in Norway, there were auroras and they were really nice, as you can see in these pictures. Also, we had a lecture about observatory, where they use lasers to determine the atmospheric conditions in higher layers, and also about rocket campaign and mission planning in general. We were split in 3 teams: sensors, payload, and telemetry. Responsibility of the sensors team was to prepare the sensors, solder them, and get them ready and tested for payload team, who then installed them on this board, which was carried by the rocket. And the telemetry team was responsible for the communication with the rocket throughout the launch and the flight. So everyone had some responsibility, and if any one of them failed, it would be bad for everyone. In addition to that, we also had positions during the launch. So for example, we had principal investigator, who's usually the person wanting to do the research, who's responsible for that research. We had 3 co-PIs, so it's called PI, principal investigator. So we had 3 co-PIs who were each responsible for a team, so telemetry, payload, and sensors. We had pad supervisor, who was responsible for the pad, and range safety officer, many other positions which were occupied by us students with the help of Andøya Space Center staff. So we really got to get the feeling of a real rocket campaign and launch. So now let's talk about a little bit about Fly a Rocket. So the Fly a Rocket program happens every 2 years. It's organized by ESA Academy. Anyone from ESA country can apply. You have to be in bachelor studies. You don't necessarily have to study aerospace engineering. You can do any STEM subject, almost any STEM subject, but it's not the main focus. It's for STEM interested students. After you launch the rocket, you also get to analyze the data. And what's really nice about it is that, like I said, it's a really miniaturized rocket campaign. So you get all of that which is in a real rocket campaign, but on a smaller scale, much faster scale, just within 1 week up in Norway. After the rocket launch happens the data analysis, which we are at now. We had some preliminary data presentation still at the campaign in Norway, but now we are actually going through the data, making sure we understand it properly and represent it in graphs and so on for a report, which we then submit to ESA. So that's in really short explanation what happened there and how it went. I'm also going to have a talk about this in English, so I'll try to upload this here if I do get my hands on it. And yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm Czech_Rocketman, or you can also look me up on LinkedIn. I hope to release more videos about stuff I'm doing which is connected to space, so please do follow me if you're interested in this sort of stuff. And if you have any questions about Fly Rocket program, please put them down in the description below. ESA Academy has also other activities for older or students or bachelor year students, so if you watch my other video, which I linked at the start of this one, you can find out more about that and what ESA Academy actually is. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.